is going to sound insane, but you need you to go.
Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome back to the Crypto Bully Bear channel where there's only fun decoding and no financial advice. I just came across a clip. I would play it. I'll wait for one person to show up. Whatever comes first, a minute or a person. And then I'll crack this off. Yo, what's up? So I just came across this video. Pretty interesting. Now, if you were watching Starship, right? I was trying to get Starship on here. I was trying to wait for him. I sent him a link, but he's probably busy at the moment. So I know this connects to some of his decodes, and I wanted him live on here. But unfortunately, you just got the bear. This may be what this guy is going to speak about. I'm going to play it for you. And this could, remember when Starship was on, and I don't know if you were following, but I was talking to Starship, and we were stating, what if 11.3 was really 11.31, 10.31 or 10.30, the 13, right? Because 13 keeps coming up. 6-7 keeps coming up. So 6-7, if you add them, is 13. All right? 13 could have been October 3rd or October 30th. All right? Now, we were saying how it would be weirdly enough if there was 10 Days of Darkness. If it happened on Halloween, 10 Days of Darkness, right after that would be November 11th. Listen to what this guy has to say.
Okay, this is going to sound insane, but you need you to go with me on this because the math checks out. On October 30th, 2025, 6.
Yo, what up, partner? I was trying to send you a link, Ashton, through your inbox on Twitter, but I got to pull in soon anyway, so maybe we'll try again another time. But this video, I'm thinking maybe this video that I'm playing, I'm going to start it over again, could be connected to maybe what you were decoding and stuff like that, being with the 10 Days of Darkness and whatnot. So listen to what this guy has to say. We are very near what this guy has to say, okay? Very near. October 30th. October 30th. This guy is speaking about October 30th. It's actually, funny enough, 10 days from now, and it could be 10 Days of Darkness. Let's listen. Come on.
Okay, this is going to sound insane, but you need you to go with me on this because the math checks out. On October 30th, 2025, 6.2 billion people are going to experience a cosmic consciousness shift simultaneously, and I can prove it with simple math.
What's up?
First, you need to know.
So, I want you to listen very closely, please. This is a spiritual thing. I know Ashton wants to listen to this, all right? Whatever's happening within 10 days from now, supposedly, is going to be big. It's going to elevate people that understand who they are, what they are, and where they are. All right? Now let's rock out with the video.
Know about the Earth's heartbeat, the Schumann resonance, 7.83 hertz. That's the frequency that the Earth vibrates at. Here's the crazy part. When you are in a deep meditative state, your brain literally syncs with 7.83 hertz. We are literally synced to the Earth's frequencies. But
I want it. Can I get a yes in the chat? Can you hear this loud and clear? I just want to make sure that you guys can hear this loud and clear. Can I just get a Y in the chat? Can you people hear? Okay, I just want to make sure. On
October 30th, something unprecedented is about to happen. 3 massive events are converging. Number 1, the sun is at its solar maximum, the most active it's been in 20 years. Solar flares, magnetic pole reversals, the works. Number 2, an interstellar object called 3I Atlas reaches its closest point to the sun that exact day. We're talking about a city-sized object from another star system. And number 3, the Earth's magnetic field is at its absolute weakest point in the cycle. Here's where the math gets wild. When these 3 things hit at once, the Earth's frequency of 7.83 hertz could be amplified 10 times or more. So instead of 7.83 hertz, you're looking at 78 hertz hitting your brain. your brain will have no choice but to sync up. That's just how basic entrainment works. It's neuroscience. Here's the math that'll blow your mind. Research shows that you need a square root of 1% of the population to create global change. For 8 billion people, that's 90,000 minds synchronizing at the same time. But with this electromagnetic disruption, we're looking at 2 billion people syncing up simultaneously. That's 22,000 times what we need for critical mass. The mathematics of consciousness says that this will create a global field effect. Your normal consciousness operates at about a 20 hertz normal bandwidth. That's your everyday beta brainwaves. But when Earth's frequency explodes, your brain goes to 100 hertz bandwidth or more. That means you'll access gamma waves, 40 hertz to 100 hertz, which is the frequency associated with higher consciousness, enlightenment, and even psychic abilities.
October 30th.
So let's break down the numbers. 6.2 billion people, that's 76% of humanity, will be affected by this electromagnetic shift. Of those, about 365 million have natural electromagnetic sensitivities like me. And roughly 43 million people are predicted to achieve a genuine transcendent state during the peak hours. This isn't woo-woo stuff. This is just math based on electromagnetic fields affecting human consciousness. The peak moment happens exactly at 11:44 a.m. Universal Time on October 30th, 2025. That's when the interstellar object reaches its closest point to the sun, but the effects will build for hours before and hours after. From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Universal Time, you're looking at 12 hours of peak electromagnetic disruption. Fair warning, technology is going to have a bad day. GPS systems could be down for 12 plus hours. Power grids will be super stressed. Communication networks will be disrupted. But here's the trade-off. While technology fails, human consciousness soars. It's almost as if the universe is telling us to disconnect from our devices and reconnect with each other and our inner awareness. So how do you prepare for this? Start meditating daily. Even just 10 minutes will help entrain your brain and adapt to frequency changes. Spend time in nature. It helps ground your electromagnetic system. Stock up on essentials in case technology fails for the day. And most importantly, tell people about this. The more people who are prepared, the smoother the transition will be. Look, I know this sounds crazy, but the mathematics don't lie. 3. Massive cosmic events converging on one day, affecting Earth's magnetic fields in a way we've never seen. If even half of what the math predicts will happens, October 30th, 2025 will be the day humanity remembers as the day that we evolved. Not gradually over millennia, but together, consciously in a single day. We have 45 days to prepare for the most significant consciousness event in human history. Share this with everyone you know. Start your preparations now, because ready or not, October 30th, 11:44 a.m., 6.2 billion minds are going to sync up for the first time ever. And the mathematics says you'll never be the same. So like, comment, share, and as always, follow for more mind-bending content.
That was pretty wild when I heard that. Automatically made me thought of Aston Starship. Always talking about the 5D, the 5 dimensions, higher frequencies, level up. Now, funny enough, this guy says that the grid will be very stressed on that day. Okay? The grid will be very stressed on that day. Weird enough, the Batman movie had, I think it was Batman Forever or Batman Begin. I think it was Batman Forever, where right in the beginning, they had the people spray painting on the banks that the banks were closed. Okay? If the grid does go down, right? Let's just say, hypothetically say, that what this person said was pretty on point. The grid goes down on the 30th. There'll be no banks open the next day if the grid goes down. How can the banks open if they have nothing digital working? So, that being said, that would make perfect sense if what this gentleman here is saying is true, that we'll have some type of stress with the sun, and then the grid goes down. Weirdly enough, I've been talking about silver, and so has Aston Starship. Okay? So, if the grid does go down, you're gonna really wish you had some type of precious metals. It doesn't matter if you have silver, gold, any precious metals that you don't have to transact on the internet that you physically hold. And I wouldn't really want expect to hold paper, but you're still gonna have some people out there not knowledgeable enough to still think this monopoly paper money is still valuable and will take it from you. So that's what they said, Rosie. So Rose Pink says between 11:11 p.m. and 2:22 a.m. on the 30th of October. Now, isn't that kind of crazy? Because we've been talking about the 11:11. I've been saying how 11:11 was going to be big. And you got Rose Pinky over here posting 11:11 p.m. when I was really talking about 11/11/2025. Then I also mentioned about the 3Ks, right? I talk about Knight Rider, how Knight Rider wears a silver, in the first season, he wears a silver belt buckle with the letter K for Knight, Michael Knight, and K equals 11. Weirdly enough, his belt buckle is in silver. So, it's just funny how shit goes. Let me see what you guys are saying on here.
What do you know what I found out the other day? Did you?
What you guys saying? I gotta go back and I'll read your shit because I wasn't reading. I was just playing the video. Ross. Is it Ross? I'm sorry. I said Rose. Ross Pinky. Nah, I'm just a regular dude, man. I don't want to be no legend. I just want to be a regular dude, man. December will be good, my man says here. Frank says hi. So somebody's on here stating that XPRN and XRPL2, the tokens you talk about on the XPR, Explorer, and Alcor are scams created by the guy who using the Illuminati web auth. You are promoting scams. Now he's talking to Starship. So, listen, we're not promoting. We just point stuff out that we feel or we vibrate with. You know what I mean? It's up to you to decide if that vibrates with you. I doubt me and Starship be giving out financial advice out here. I'll tell you right in front of my video. He's created the fiat. So they're also saying now that person that's taking people's, well, not taking, but that's creating scam tokens, also created the fiat rails, stable coins for the countries, and he's made 50 plus fake meme coins. Alrighty. You're the fifth dimensional like myself. 90,000 XPR holders. Yep, consciousness. When we said October 30th at 11:44 Universal Time. I do not know what that means for where you are. Look it up. 11:44 Universal Time. Oh shit, the leg, our brains are more than capable. Yeah, but we only use 10% of it, so God's state of mind, fifth dimension, 31 carries a 5 frequency. That's sweet. Everything is going to sing is a metaphor for a lot of people who are about to get real rich. That part got to disconnect to reconnect. If I have a spiritual hint spiral. Oh, to share that. That was on, who did I see that from? Hold on a minute. That was, I think, Firebird. I'm sorry, I'm trying to... How did I get that? What happened now? Firebird. I was on Twitter with a guy named Firebird. I think Proton Champ or something. Damn, I lost it now. I won't be able to share it on here because I would have to end the video. So look up Firebird on Twitter. I actually have something else up at the moment. I was gonna. Let me see. Shit, I would have never known about XPR if it wasn't for Royal Purple. Whoever that person was. God bless their soul. I don't know. And New Titan 888, because New Titan 888 had the knowledge behind XPR and what it was capable of and how powerful it was. And an account called Royal Purple was very knowledgeable on what New Titan was saying. I guess I wasn't catching it because I kept talking about XRP, and he guided me through the way and was like, "No, listen, you're not listening." So he walked me through these videos basically, and then I started catching on. So shout out to Royal Purple, because without Royal Purple, I probably would still be geeked up with freaking XRP. So. So your horizon too hot? Oh, too hot. Crazy. All these banks are turning into a Starbucks. Powers that be know this reason why they're pumping so much fear. Of course. Fifth dimensionals. Well, meaning raising your frequency up to the fifth dimension. You have seen that date multiple times, Ashton said. Bucks. All right, I'm so glad I got my silver and copper game up. Oh, yeah, boy. Those are my two metals right there, copper and silver. Yes, while banks are closed. Okay, I'm so happy. I resonate with all you were saying when people tell you got into XPR and holding until the day I can live on interest. Yes, that's what I want to do. I want to live off this mother freaking interest. Yes. I'm not the greatest of all time. I'm good. There's a lot of people that have much more knowledge than I do. I just bounce off frequencies. But I appreciate the kind words, everybody. I appreciate the kind words. Very uplifting. Yes, it's going to be wild. Toward the end of this year, shit is going to be wild. So do I think XPR is better than Metal Blockchain? I think that not that it's better, I just think that XPR is going to play probably the major role. Out of all the coins, I think XPR will play the major role. All right. Let's say like a cast of Baywatch, I would say Proton is the Mitch Buchanan. Okay? Mitch Buchanan there. And again, look at his name on Baywatch. Mitch Buchanan, okay? That's the head lifeguard. That's David Hasselhoff. Buchanan. We already spoke about cannon being proton, right? The proton cannon, the cannon proton gun. 2020. It's truly 2025. The Y2K is truly 2025 code. And the 9/11. I see you. I see me. I see the numbers 1111 and 924 nonstop on my clock, phone, license plates. Yep. Matter of fact, I can't even show you because I have them all on freaking this phone. I got to transfer these pictures. Dreams will come true if you have been manifesting. Yes, sir. Scoopy, I already said I can't share the link on here. That person speaking. Go look for Firebird at Firebird. And I think they have like an astronaut upside down or something as the icon. Oh, I just don't want to lose my spot on this. Maerox. Hold on a second. Yep, is so it's Firebird, but the at name is weird. Yeah, hold on a second. Come on, this phone. Right, that's his name there. Okay, that's the icon. A little purple upside down astronaut, and I don't know what the fuck. Firebird, PC. Well, if you look at all the capital letters, right? If you look at all the capital letters up here spell proton, and if you look at the lowercase letters in there, it spells champ. CPROTON, proton champ. Nice. So there it is, Firebird proton champ. Four largest blockchains will be this order: Tron, XRP, XLM, and ADA. Okay. So the guy named behind the vast majority of the scam token is Adam. Check. All right. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to just spread this out just in case. There's been. All right. So somebody on here stating that there's a scam going around those tokens. The guy under the Illuminati token. Guy's name behind the vast majority of the scam token is Adam. I don't know, some type of maybe Jewish or a Russian name. He's from Canada. He has been using multiple accounts, but his main account is Illuminati. You can even see his picture. He is not hiding at all. Don't get it twisted. Most of the top 100 coins will not survive. Yeah, big up on Nutain. He gave the knowledge and ghosted. Well, at least he left some breadcrumbs for people. Great work. Thank you, Ashton. And Nutain is dope. And Ashton in the chat too. It's been done. If you all did an XPR live stream together with the rest of the community, that'd be cool. But you know, everyone's got things going on and stuff like that. I'm sure probably New Titan wants to be in his comfort space. So they also think Bruce Stewart is working with someone and came up recently with the worthless tokens AIPC and AIRK. Well, that's a good thing that you think that and you don't know that. I don't know Bruce like that, but if I was to say anything, I would think that Bruce Stewart is a decent guy. Again, I have no idea who he is. I never met him. I never spoke to him. But supposedly, from my knowledge, he knows Marshall pretty well, and if that's the case, then I can't see him being part of a scam like that. But in this world, anything could fucking happen. So, I don't know. Please give a shout out to nobody else. Avoid anything that Bruce is promoting. I think Bruce is behind the pussy token, but I mean, listen, no one is forcing anybody to buy any tokens. You buy tokens. I would hope that you're buying tokens is because you thought about it, you were satisfied with your decision, and you went forward with doing that. Hope you're not just going out here and investing into other people's opinions and dreams. Can I say anything short about Metal Dow? All right, in a nutshell, I heard Marshall Hayner from his mouth state you should hold one Bitcoin and one Dow. That's all I can say. I have no idea about price. I have no idea about anything. Okay? All I can tell you is that Marshall stated, wow, it's a big ass raccoon. And it's daylight. Marshall stated that you should hold at least one Dow and one Bitcoin. So you decide what that means for you. So, to be honest, I like Pussycoin regardless. I don't even look into anything else. I'm just like, they made this grab them by the pussy. Donald Trump and the phrase grab them by the pussy, right? They made that phrase like very famous and big. And I was like, for what reason? Grab them by the pussy. And again, could be proton pussy. Maybe it has nothing to do with proton pussy. I don't know. I'm taking a gamble. I'm going off of feelings, thinking that, number one, I already seen the front page, right, of the Wall Street shit with Trump's face in the middle of a atom sign. And then also Trump is connected to the saying, grab them by the pussy. Now, if Trump is working with Metallicus and he hears the coin called Pussycoin, if he likes Proton and what they're talking about, what their product is and their services, and he comes across, if he's a pervert, right, where everybody thinks this guy's a pervert or whatever the case is, and he hears a coin called Proton Pussy, and here's a man who had grabbed them by the pussy on the front page of the paper, okay? This is what was said. You don't think that Donald Trump would actually use it? He would probably think it's hilarious to use Proton Pussy after being associated with grab them by the pussy. So, and it might be the stupidest thing to invest in, but because of that, because I believe that Trump will use Proton, and the relationship between grabbing by the pussy and Proton Pussy, I'm taking a chance that that token, will be something big. And if you think about it, right, on an average person, you would sit there and you'd be like, who the fuck would buy a coin called Pussy? Right? Especially if it's just like a simple coin, not like a porn coin or something like that, or X-rated coin. Like, if it was a payment coin, I'm just saying, if it was a payment coin, what do you think people look at that coin and be like, I'm not touching that coin. Who the hell would buy a pussy coin? And then just imagine if Donald Trump uses that, tweets about it, and the motherfucking pussy coin takes off and is sitting at $500 a coin. I'm just saying, these are the things that happen usually. And not because I think that it has great, tokenomics and anything like that. Just based on Trump being connected to pussy, Trump using Proton, and then somehow Trump noticing Proton Pussy, laughing about it, and then implying it or using it into the system. So this guy says, don't listen to all these influences. Listen to Marshall Hayner on X. He gives you the info. Is enough. These influencers are clueless or have the agenda. Drink from the source directly from Marshall. Don't consume the piss these influencers have. Just listen, Marshall, and no one else. They started sending New Titan warnings for copyright, so he eased up. He said on a live, New Titan is the godfather of the expert decoding. Yes, 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 yes. You know what? I got strikes on copyrights too, but whatever. I don't know. I'm not making any money off of my videos, so I don't care about copy strikes unless it means something else. What is New Titan? New Titan is he's a gentleman with a lot of old ancient knowledge that ain't nobody really onto. He's a very knowledgeable influencer on the XPR community. Yeah, Proton Rick in the chat. Spaceman was in the chat. Aston's in the chat. Everybody in the chat. Chat it up. Chat it up. Metal Dow would be huge, somebody says. Somebody says they love this community. Somebody loves the community, says it's awesome. Spaceman 2.0. What is happening to XOR? Nobody knows. I already told you. Leave it as a lottery ticket. Spend it and forget it. Spend it and forget it. I talked to Bruce directly. He is very clueless about crypto at all. He is just an actor, a front man. All right, so this guy is saying also about Bruce is doesn't know too much about crypto. I don't know because I didn't speak to Bruce, so I cannot say anything. You got a point, but I see Trump's son getting in on Pussy Token. Eric loves meme coins. Okay, I didn't know he loves meme coins, so there you go. Eric Trump loves meme coins, so Proton Pussy could be a high player. Look, Pussy will never go out of style. Just the word alone makes people want to buy. Nah, it was just no work today, man. There was literally no work today, man. Just a little nervous out here. No work today. I don't know what the hell's going on. Third live. Marshall never mentioned pussy. Oh, you got a point there. He never mentioned pussy. Somebody says, yes, Proton Pussy will be huge. Watch the movie, Dumb Money. It's all about pee-pee. And that was another thing, too. Pee-pee, Proton Pussy, all about the pee-pee. And I hear cock, I hear this, that. I hear that word a lot everywhere. But will it be? I don't know. Who knows? I like Proton Pussy. I'm not saying I know that it's going to do good or it's going to fucking survive. I have no idea. I could be assed out buying pussy. That's funny. Is it possible to buy a loan outside the Metallica system? I do not know. Everything pretty much I have is whatever I have. I had a friend of mine that was buying it. I had access to the Metal X swap. I think you could, if you can buy XPR, then you can go to the Metal X and then swap your Proton out for loan. That's what I was doing. I was swapping out for loan. I couldn't actually buy it on an exchange. I was just buying heavy XPR and then swapping it out. Yeah, man. Well, I ain't getting paid overtime hours, but this is a regular hours. When silver goes up, fiat goes down. Therefore, crypto is tethered to fiat value. So then crypto goes down. What does this mean? Silver and gold will dominate and take over. Dream Team, good question. But I did a video, and I believe that the Metallica system, metal pay and all that, is going to be backed by precious metals. All right? This is why I feel that Metallica is just going to take off. These metals are going to take off. And with these metals taking off, I believe that Metallica's coins will take off with these precious metals. I mean, there was a video on it. They literally said, and a guy named Carter said, we did not specifically or directly wanted to call it gold and silver. So we called it metals. Okay? I mean, hearing that, and then, weirdly enough, the guy's name is Carter. He's talking to Marshall, right? Now think of Beyonce. Beyonce is a big pop star, right? She's always doing Cowboy Carter, right? Halftime shows. The Cowboy Carter, okay? This is why she's married to a guy named Carter, Beyonce, okay? And if you know Carter, Cowboys deal with gold and silver. It goes back to that stuff there. But again, being that I seen that video and they were talking about precious, they didn't want to call it directly precious metals. I have to assume, I do not know 100%. I am going by feelings and by just common sense in my head. I have to assume that they will be backed by precious metals. All right. If they're the gatekeepers, real money has to be backed then by those tokens. Real money is gold and silver in my eyes. So we shall see, Dream Team. We shall see. That's why I got silver, baby. Ron Kitty from Dumb Money is hinting about Proton. That's right. That's right. What can I think about that? I did a video. I did a video on Dumb Money. All right. And they said, hang in there. They got a cat on the wall. I remember the cat poster. I remember what it said. It said, hang in there. There was a cat hanging on by a paw. Hang in there. Again, we're going to hang in there because when everybody's dancing on the main floor, break dancing, causing a ring around them, and everyone's dancing, you have the person in the back warming up that you don't see because everybody's paying attention to the middle. You don't see the guy in the back warming up, getting ready for the big show. So, again, we're going to see. But, yeah, go watch Dumb Money like Zenga said. Maybe you might get a different feel on Proton Pussy after watching that. Again, and you're right. Nobody else is talking about it on Twitter. Marshall never said it. But there's other ways of, catching the message. This article talks about how the world is going to be in the hands of a new people who will do better for the world. Pretty cool. The world's health. Meme coin on Webworth. Magic. Sometimes I don't know to either buy XPR or Metal Blockchain. Well, you buy what you feel. You buy what you feel. At least silver is up 72. Oh, shit. Economic crisis coming. I think Marshall is going to change the XMD basket for stablecoins to gold, silver, and copper, etc. Remember I said this? .com says it. Strategy.com says Marshall or Metallicus will rip out the basket for stablecoins and replace it with precious metals. If you get rich from pussy, you're automatically a certified pimp player. No, not possible for Europeans to swap. And you know what? I don't think it's I think he said America, Australia, New Zealand, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know why he wouldn't have the UK. So then, yeah, my friend, if you can't swap, then you're going to have to find somebody you know that can do it for you. Or eventually you might have to wait until it's gonna go global. The Webworth wallet is gonna have to be global. So everyone's gonna have a point in time to be able to use the platform. What up, FOMO? I don't even know what I said. I'm reading what you said. Billy, I just said that you're locked in. I don't know what you just said. XPR, metal, long, all is under the radar in Europe. No one knows about this system. Because those are where all the kings are. All the kings and the queens. But remember, Strat.com, XMD is the first non-algorithm stablecoin. XMD is already backed by other real money. Well, I mean, XMD can stay in the basket. It's just that the other stable coins won't be able to support that. He's probably saying that those stable coins will be removed, be replaced with precious metals. Europe, people sleep. Yep. XMD seems not to buy outside the metal system. Yeah, I don't have any XMD myself, neither. So they say soon XMD will be the most used stablecoin and the most desired one. Yep. Silver is about $52, $53. I don't know how it ended today, but that's where it was when I last seen it. Okay. So people are saying that they're in the UK and you can swap. You just need to verify yourself. So they're saying the UK is fine to swap and do that other stuff. And to be honest, sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't, but it lets me swap. And I'm in New York. New York is one of the states that does not have access to this, but sometimes or another it does for me. I have no idea why. Maybe I'm breaking into the matrix system. But KYC is not possible for Europeans. But the people are saying that they used it. I don't know. You might have to ask WebAuth and send the email to them. Maybe they can get you started. Or Metal Pay. Maybe they can get you started there, Mr. Tools. Well, you're in the Netherlands, Scoopy, so it's a different spot. Yeah, that was right. When it broke that marker, we were there. Metal Pay only works in limited countries, yeah. From the last thing I heard, I mean, it could have been updated, but the last thing I heard, it was Australia, New Zealand, and America. Bosnia. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it works in America, but it doesn't work in Canada with like upstairs neighbors from us. Yep, everyone's got to hold on, baby. Everyone's going to hold on. You hold on and you're going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious. Now, I'm not going to read the chat anymore because I'm going to drive. I got to pull in. But I will hang out with you guys for a little bit. If you guys want to chit-chat and fucking shake right there's whatever. I'm going to ride into the garage.
Will the Democrats reclaim the House in 2026?
Is that a question?
Yes, it is. Recently on...
Oh, actually, I got to go. I got to go. I got a job.
67 cents. No.
All right, peeps. Well, it's fun. And that was it. So go back, listen to that video, whatever. Or you can go on to x.com, like I said, Firebird, or it's not really Proton Champ. It's all mixed in there. As you've seen, I showed you what it was. So I got to go and call my partner. So you people be safe. All love. Love the community. I love you no matter what. All you haters, all you lovers, I wish you well. Get home safe. Then buy XPR, my boy. Then buy XPR. If you can only buy XPR, then just buy XPR. You cannot go wrong. If I'm correct, and XPR is all the money, then honey, that's all you need to have. Anyway, we talk later. Much love, everybody. Much love.